Hello there. I hope you are doing great. Let me know that you can hear me and see me as you enter the room. Tell me where you are from. I got a power-packed hour, 15 minutes or so to help you, number one, become unstoppable. So hi there, Jerry. And I'm going to be looking at my screen. Hi there, Courtney. Where are you from? Mickey, hello there. Where are you from, Mickey? Let me know where you are from. Welcome. We've got people I know from all over the world. And hi there, Matt Corsi. Nice to have you on. Catherine, hello from London, San Marcos, Nigeria, New Zealand, Philippines, Washington, California, Jacksonville, Florida, Maryland, Ohio. Any Canadians here? Any people from the Philippines here? What about Japan? We're doing our basically our final session for the year. And I've taken some of the best lessons of my life and I'm going to give them to you. I'm going to share with you specifically what my mentors taught me. I've had 5 mentors in the last 40 years. I'll share with you what 3 of them, which were 3 key mentors, taught me. Would that be helpful to you? Would you like that? And more importantly, are you prepared to learn and apply, right? Knowledge is great, but application of knowledge is what helps you achieve success, right? It's the application, right? So here's what I would love to do. The way that this works for me is I'm going to give you as much as I can in the period of time we have together. What feeds me, since I don't have you here in front of me and I don't see your beautiful faces, is if you answer my questions in the chat, because I can see Jessica just said hi, and Dan is from Toronto, and Roseanne from Namibia. Great place to go watch a safari with your camera. George from the Bronx, New York. So if you agree to give me feedback, just type in, John, I'll give you feedback or something like that, or yes, I will, and I'll be able to see you. And that just gets me excited. I love to share and teach. And as you all know by now, this is what I like to focus on is your brain. How do you get your brain to work for you instead of against you? And I like to suggest that we have an Einstein part of our brain that helps us achieve our goals and how we can. But then we all have the Frankenstein part of the brain that sometimes holds us back, telling us we're not good enough, not smart enough, not worthy, and things like that. So I love that you're gonna give me feedback. Hi there, Pedro and Sarah and Tamaro. So here's a question for you. I'm going to start off with a couple of questions for some feedback, and just type your answer in the chat. Do you want to live an average life or an exceptional life? Do you want an average life or an exceptional life? And everything that we do is around getting your focus on what you want versus what you don't want, right? And so I'll share some stories with you, some tools, some resources, some very specific things you must do if you want to live an exceptional life. And I don't see anybody that wants to end their life going, wow, that was average. Come on, you're worthy and worth way more than that. So thanks, Lisa and Stephen and Libby. All right, nobody gets to the end of their life going, wow, that was average. I'm so proud of that, right? So most people want an exceptional life, but there may be some uncertainty. How many of you may be having a little bit of uncertainty around your health right now? Right? There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. And by the way, happy holidays to those of you celebrating Hanukkah. First night of Hanukkah is tonight. Christmas coming up, Kwanzaa, right? So Gloria's recovering from COVID. So there's uncertainty around health. You've had COVID for 3 months. I'm sorry to those of you that have had COVID. Has anybody here lost a loved one or know of a loved one that was lost as a result of COVID may be aggravating other things? I think many of you have. You know, they say that about 50% of the people in the United States have lost a loved one. Most of you don't know this, but in May, on the 2nd of May, my mother was diagnosed with COVID. She died on the 8th of May as a result of COVID affecting other things. So I know the feeling. Thank you. And so you may be uncertain about your health. What about your business? What about your business, right? Thank you to everybody. I appreciate your thoughts. What about your business? Some of you, you know, your businesses are struggling. Some of your businesses are thriving. but there may be uncertainty right now. And I'm going to share with you, how to eliminate the uncertainty so you have more confidence. And thank you to everybody. I see your comments in there. What about your job? Is your job safe and secure? Is your business safe and secure? Or is it uncertain right now? What about your income? Up, down, highs, lows, good times, challenging times. There may be uncertainty. And there's some things that you can do. I'll share with you some of the neuroscience around becoming more confident in certainty so that you can actually achieve more. Relationships, divorces right now as a result of this pandemic, all-time high in the last 10 years. Mental illness, all-time high. Suicides, all-time high. Lots of stuff. And so here's a question I want to ask you. And in times of uncertainty, in times of unpredictability, is it true? Is this a fact, what I have up on the screen right now, that many successful people struggle first before they ultimately succeed? Is that true? Right? Hey, Gordon, nice to see you. Yeah, many of us succeed, but it's not, a rocket ship ride straight up. So anybody who tells you, that there's a straight rocket ship ride straight up, you probably missed the rocket ship ride yesterday, where the rocket went up, but then it came down and crashed. So even the most successful people in the world struggle first, fail first, before they ultimately succeed. And one of the reasons for that, can anybody guess what one of the reasons is that people who are relentless in their pursuit, fail? Nico Davies, they learn from their failures. But is there another way? Michelle, resilience, mindset, Libby, yes. A refinement and skill building, Cassandra, yes. Jessica, because they try lots of things. Anybody who tells you that everything they try and everything they do works is a liar. Not true. Even the most successful people fail in different areas of their life. Now, you can learn from your own mistakes and your own failures, or what's the other option? What's the other option? One of the secrets to my success is this other option. And Jesse, you hit the nail on the head and learn from others, right? So you can learn from others as well, what they did well and what they did not so well. What is it worth to learn from others? For me, it's been worth, my whole life success is on the shoulders, standing on the shoulders of people who've succeeded before me. So many of you know this, this question, right? And do you believe that there's a formula recipe for predictable success? I want you to think about this question for just 1 minute. I'll share a couple stories with you. And I want you to think about this for just a moment. It's 2020, the end of 2020 right now. There's 108 billion humans have walked on the face of the earth, and we've been doing science, biology, chemistry, science, research for 500 or so years, right? Proper science. If somebody wants to lose weight and keep it off, for example, is the how-to available either in a book, on YouTube, through a coach, a mentor, or somebody? Is the how-to available? So Lisa says no. Everybody else says, if you want to start a business and learning how to sell and market and manage and do finance and do legal and do IT, is the how-to available? If you're serious, right? If you want to be in a loving, caring, kind relationship that's mutually respectful, is there a how-to? Are there things you should do and things you shouldn't do, right? Absolutely. So whether it's health, wealth, relationships, career, or business, or anything, for the most part, for 99.9% of the goals that you and I want to achieve, the how-to, if we are serious, is readily available, right? We have our mobile phones. We can go onto Google, YouTube. We can ask friends, family, etc. So if you want to bake a double chocolate fudge cake, can you follow a recipe? And if you follow the recipe in the right order, can we duplicate a chocolate fudge cake if we follow a recipe? Any bakers over here? Baking's a little bit harder, right? Now if we take the recipe and then we throw in something that shouldn't be in there, we can mess up a really good, right? Baking is a science. That's right. I see that we have a baker. What about a Rubik's Cube? Many of you know that I'm a Rubik's Cube lover, right? If you want to learn the Rubik's Cube, you can try and figure it out on your own, right? Or you can go onto YouTube and watch a 10-year-old kid who knows the exact algorithms of what to turn left and what to turn right and what to turn clockwise or counterclockwise, and you could solve the Rubik's Cube. Would you agree? A 2x2 in less than 10 minutes, a 3x3 in less than 20 minutes, a 4x4 in less than half an hour. If you were what? If you were what? If you want to live a healthy lifestyle, do we know the recipe for eating well, for sleeping well, for exercise, nutrition, etc.? Of course we do. What about building a business? The recipe is there. Would you agree so far? Are we on the path so far? Yes, yes. I want to see about 500 yeses. So some of you know this story, and I'm going to give you some very specific examples. So I'm going to tell you the story a little bit differently. When I was 19 years old, many of you know I met this mentor. My life was going in the wrong direction, and I'm not doing really well at 19. I'm 59 now. Now, this mentor asked me, what is it that I wanted to achieve? And I had no idea other than getting a car, making more than $1.65 an hour. I want to move out of my parents' house. Those are my goals. But he asked me for some of my bigger goals and dreams. And since I didn't have any, he had me write down what kind of lifestyle I wanted to achieve. He asked me what kind of contribution did I want to make to my parents. He asked me what kind of car I want to drive, what kind of home I want to drive, how much money I want to make, how much money I want to save, how much net worth I wanted. And all of the questions he asked me, I had no idea how to answer. And so I just made stuff up from a TV show that I used to watch. And guess what? He made me write it down. Now, I didn't know it then, but I know it today, that the very act of getting clear on what you want, creating a powerful, clear vision of what you want, and having specific goals, timelines, goals of when you're going to achieve timelines, is one of the most critical things you can do if you want to use your brain better. Why? Let me explain this, okay? When you set your goals, there's a part of your brain called the left prefrontal cortex, the Einstein part of your brain. When you set the goals of what you want to achieve, even if you do not know how to achieve it, even if you do not know how to achieve it, when you set those goals up and you create a powerful vision using, okay, your brain, and you activate the vision center in your brain, the occipital lobe, it is what's connected to your motivational centers. So what we want to understand, the first shortcut I can give you right now, even if you don't know how to achieve it, okay? Even if you don't know how to achieve it, you have to start with a vision, no differently than like a captain of a ship has to choose her destination, where is she going to end up? Or a pilot of a plane has to choose his destination, where he wants the plane to land. There's a lot of turbulence and things that happen along the way, but that's when you adjust. But the first thing that you must have is the vision and specific goals of what you want to achieve. And I'm going to repeat this 100 times, even when you don't know how to achieve it at first. Why? Well, we already established 5 minutes ago that all of the how to, if you are serious, is available. So you don't stop yourself from achieving goal or setting goals just because you don't know how to right now. All the how to comes after you make the decision of what you want. Does that make sense fundamentally? I'm going to give you a whole bunch more stuff over the next hour. So what I want to know from each one of you, are you ready to create a vision that's worthy of your life? Are you ready to create goals that you will learn how to achieve? How to is easy. Now, Come on, keep it coming to me. Keep it coming, baby. I want to know I'm ready. I'm ready. Yes, 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 yes. Let's make 2021 a killer year. Who is ready to make 2021 the best year that you have ever lived on planet Earth? Are you ready? Like I am. I'm planning for it right now. I'm going to do it better than any other year I've ever had. Going into my 60th year on this beautiful blue planet, I want it to be spectacular. Are you in? Join me, all right? Now, second part of the equation is when we're setting goals and a vision. Yes, we want to use that part of our brain. Yes, we want to activate this part of our brain, but sometimes there's another part of our brain called the limbic system that gets in the way. So in many cases, people that have goals don't activate the emotional center of their brain to give them the reasons why they're going to overcome any of the obstacles or hurdles that are in their way. Now, is it true that we will all have obstacles and hurdles along the way to achieving our goals and dreams? Is it true that maybe we have beliefs that might get in the way, or limiting beliefs, or fears, or we feel we're not worthy of it, or we are uncertain, we procrastinate, or we self-sabotage? Is it true that that's going to happen? And Janice says shit happens. Yes, we're human. Now, if your self-doubt, if your fears, if your limiting beliefs, if your self-image is bigger than your why must you achieve it? If your stories, reasons, excuses, etc., are bigger than your why, then the stories, reasons, and excuses win. And even though you have a vision and goals, you don't have the motive for action, the motivation for action. And so what do you think you must do if you want to get your brain working for you instead of against you? If one part of your brain says, this is what I want, this is how I'm going to achieve it, but another part of your brain, the deeper parts of your brain, okay, say, but I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not worthy, I don't know how to achieve this, I can't achieve this. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think you're going to take inspired action, or do you think your stories, reasons, and excuses are going to win? So what you must do when you set a vision and goals for your life, you must also ask yourself, why must I achieve this? Now, many of you know I've done this before. I'm going to do it again. I want you to imagine one goal that you have. Can you type in one goal that you want to achieve no matter what in 2021? Type it in right now. I'm going to look at this, right? So what's one goal you are committed to achieving? Run retreats, Jacqueline, double income, Matt, publish your book, double your income, online program, write my book, sell $1 million home, buy a house in Spain, record a CD, make $1 million next year. Come on, give me these really big, audacious goals. Okay, keep them coming, keep them coming. Good, I love it. Triple income. Here's what I want you to think. I want you to imagine that goal. And I want you to imagine getting excited as if you've achieved that goal and you're doing everything necessary to achieve the goal. Now, I want you to imagine that next year you're going to have some obstacles to achieve that goal. But I want this little twist, all right, in the tail. I want you to also think about and type in the name of one person you love. I mean, love, 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 love. In my case, it would either be my wife, my sons, but what's one person that you love? Brady, Mary, myself, Constance, Sophia, Marinella, I think, Peter, your sister, your father, your brother, the husband. Okay, so I want you to imagine this. If you don't do everything possible to achieve that goal, your best effort ever, whatever the obstacles are, you're going to figure out how to move them out of your way. Whatever the skills you need to learn, you are going to learn how to do them. Whatever you need to do to remove something or start something, if you don't, you won't see that person that you just typed in that you love ever again. How many of you would get rid of any stories, reasons, or excuses that are holding you back right now? Would you upgrade your knowledge and upgrade your skills so that you become the woman, you become the man capable of achieving that goal no matter what? Will you allow your limiting beliefs to hold you back? Will you allow your fears of failure or fears of being embarrassed or ashamed or ridiculed or disappointed hold you back? Or will you take inspired action no matter what? Honestly, with integrity and professionally? Of course you would. So if the why is big enough, what you have to do and what you have to change and what you have to learn becomes easier. I didn't say easy, I said easier. Do you see why you have to have a reason why you must achieve it? In the absence of an emotional or 2 or 3 reasons, people, God, disappointing yourself, in the absence of not having a big enough why, you're going to activate that Frankenstein brain that's going to hold you back all of next year. And another year is going to go by where you have this vision, you have these goals, you have these wants, you have these desires, but you don't have the motive for action through any of the obstacles. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So this is just like lesson number 1, shortcut number 1. So we want a vision, we want specific goals, we want to have reasons why, we want to write them down, and that is the way you do it. Many of you have seen my former home in the movie The Secret. How many of you saw the movie The Secret, where I had a vision board of the home that I wanted, the car that I wanted, the lifestyle that I wanted? Well, this was the home on the vision board. I take all of my goals, I put them on my vision board. Do you have my Exceptional Life Blueprint here anywhere? I put them on my vision board. I look at them every single day. I create plans for them. And by taking what my first mentor taught me back in 1980 of creating my vision and my goals and my big why, I'll show you a couple more shortcuts in a moment, and looking at them daily and making progress daily, I was able to achieve, my dream home, dream lifestyle with my wife, written some books, built some companies. And I don't share this with you to impress you, but I want to share with you, I left high school at grade 11. I wasn't supposed to succeed. I didn't have the IQ at that time, but by setting some goals and then following through because I had the motive for action, I was able to achieve a few awesome goals in my life. And that's why I love to share it with you. There is a process, a recipe that you can follow. So that was number 1. Now, Mr. Brown asked me this question back in 1980, and many of you that are in my programs now, or have heard me speak or on a podcast, heard me say that he asked me this one question, and the answer to that question changed my life. So the question he asked me after I wrote down my goals was, are you interested in achieving your life's goals and dreams, or are you committed to achieving them? And when I asked him what the difference was, he said, if you're interested, you'll do what's easy and convenient. But if you're committed, you're going to do whatever it takes. So I'm going to ask you, you gave me one goal that I looked at: double your income, triple your income, buy a house in Spain, make $1 million, start your business, become a coach, write a book. Are you interested? Are you committed? Interested people do not achieve their goals. Interested people have hope and prayer, as their core strategy. Committed people achieve their goals. And listen, if you have small goals, you'll achieve them. But if you're not committed to being the author, being the coach, starting that business, being successful, paying off your debt, having enough for retirement, traveling when we can all travel again properly, and living the lifestyle of your dreams, then you're going to have excuses instead of solutions. Does that make sense? Right? And many of you are saying you're committed, right? And a lot of you are not even prepared to put in that you're committed. So what's holding you back? So let me share with you my second mentor. And many of you saw my good friend, Bob Proctor, in the movie The Secret with me. And he's been a dear friend for 40 years now. And there's a couple things I learned from him. So from Alan Brown, I learned Shortcuts number one, vision, goals plus big why, and daily focus on those goals and being committed to my goals. Okay. So my second mentor, is this helpful, by the way? I'm going to break this down for you into very, very easy steps to understand and follow. Right. So Mr. Brown did that for me. Mr. Bob Proctor, right, who's still, I think he's 86 or 87 now, still, helping a lot of people. So here's something that he showed me, and this was the beginning of my fascination 40 years ago with the human brain, the parts of our brain, the most powerful biocomputer in the whole universe. Can anybody guess what it might cost to replicate what you already own? What do you think it might cost scientists or technologists to replicate, all right, what you already own? What do you think? 10 billion, Charlene? Impossible, says Matt. Not possible. 2 billion, says Nico. Priceless, says Libby. So you have something that's priceless. We've invested already over hundreds of billions of dollars, and we're just starting to understand what this does. We've already invested hundreds of billions of dollars trying to build computers that work better than our brains. Now we have some computers that can work faster, but not the parallel processing that this organism does. But you already know a little bit about it, right? How many of you heard, right, that 3% of your behaviors, your deliberate behaviors, 3% of your thoughts, okay, or 3%, of your behaviors around your goals is because of your conscious mind? How many of you have heard that? And then how many of you understand that just like there are different parts to a car, different parts to your watch, different parts to an airplane or a boat, you can tell them a boat from Canada, there are different parts to your brain. So there's the conscious part of our brain, which is responsible for choosing, deductive reasoning. I want this versus that. This is what I want to have. This is what I don't want to have. Pretty simple. Our conscious brain, we can use our imagination, right? We can use our imagination. We can imagine what our life will be like with what we want or without what we don't want. And then we can have the desire and the why that we can just sit and think about, right? So we can use our conscious mind to choose to imagine and to come up with reasons why we want to or don't want to. Does that make sense so far? I'm simplifying this as easy as possible for you. So then we have this other part of our brain that's called the subconscious, or otherwise known as your automatic self. So think about this. Were you born with any beliefs? Were you born with any habits? Were you born with any perspectives or born with any paradigms? And the answer is no, 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 which means we developed beliefs. We developed a self-image. We developed fears to certain things. We developed habits that drive our behavior day in and day out. Does that make sense so far? So 97% of your life and my life, okay, is us just operating the natural conditioned patterns that we have gained since birth, right? And so by the time we're in our 20s, right, by the time we're in our 20s, mostly by the time we're 12 years old, by the time we're in our 20s, our beliefs, perspectives, and habits are already ingrained in our subconscious mind. And so if 97% of what we're doing is ingrained in our subconscious mind, is it possible that you are achieving the health, wealth, relationships, career, business, finances, goals that you are conditioned to achieve versus what you're capable of achieving? Is that possible? Let me see your response. Is that possible? Come on, Nico. Yes, this makes sense. Is it possible? Listen, 40 years ago, I started to learn the difference between the two, and I've become somewhat of an expert in understanding the brain and behavior and perspective and habits and beliefs. And so wouldn't it make sense? All right, think about this. Let's say you have a mobile phone and you have old software. What would be a logical thing to do? Let's say you have a computer and there's old software. it's upgrade. So if your subconscious mind, your conscious mind is what chooses, but your subconscious mind is what's conditioned. So if your subconscious conditioning, okay, doesn't line up with your conscious desires, right? Conscious desires don't line up with your subconscious conditioning and your software, doesn't make sense that we have to upgrade the software, right? So I started this process 40 years ago. And what happens from a neuroscience perspective is when your conscious goals don't match with your subconscious conditioning, neural dissonance or chaos happens in our brain. And this is what causes us to procrastinate, to self-sabotage. This is what causes the Einstein part of the brain, the left prefrontal cortex, to lose the blood flow. And the blood flow goes to the Frankenstein part of your brain, all right? The part of your brain that wants to keep you stuck in your current comfort zones. And we can actually see blood flow changing from different parts of our brain that affect motivation, affect behavior. So what we want to do is this, understand, let's say you want to achieve $150,000, but you feel you're only worthy or you're conditioned to earn 75,000. Or if you want to earn 75,000, but you're conditioned to earn 20,000. When there is that disconnect, you have neural dissonance. Does that make sense so far? If you want to become a millionaire, but you have some software program that you're not smart enough, then guess what you do? You sabotage your success. If you want to travel and stay in 5-star hotels and travel business class or first class, but you can't afford it, there's a disconnect. If you want to have your dream home and dream life, you want to become a coach, you want to write a book, but you feel you don't deserve it, you're not smart enough, not good enough. If there is a mismatch between our conscious goals and desires, all right, and our subconscious programming, we will sabotage our success. So fundamentally, does this make sense to you? All right, because if you feel like you want to have something, vision, goals, dreams, and a big why, you have to create alignment. All right, give me 1 second. I just need to change something over here. So there are only 4 things that can get in your way. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I'm going to share with you what can get in your way. So number 1, if your vision and your goals are not aligned with your self-image, self-esteem, or self-worth, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think you're going to take inspired action in spite of not feeling worthy enough? Do you think you're going to take inspired action if you don't believe you are worthy of achieving the goal? Of course not. Now, what about limiting beliefs? I have a vision and a goal to write a book, to become an author, to make 3 times more money, become a millionaire, whatever the case might be. But you have a limiting belief. Do any of you have a limiting belief? I'm going to give you one technique right now to help you eliminate limiting beliefs. Give me a limiting belief in the chat right now. Give me one limiting belief. I will give you a technique that'll help open up your brain instead of close your brain up. So I'm not good enough, or I'm too old, I'm not reliable, I'm not smart enough, there's way too much competition, not strong enough. Okay, pay close attention. When we have a limiting belief, what are we really saying? We're saying, okay, if we want to go to a higher level of understanding, is that somehow this pattern in my brain got wired, right? Connections, the software became connected, then reinforced, and now it is causing me to think, believe, perceive, and behave in ways that match this limiting belief. Does that make sense so far? Since we weren't born with any beliefs and we develop beliefs, some beliefs are constructive and positive, some are negative and destructive. So what if you said to yourself, here's the technique. I want you to write down your limiting belief, and then I want you to write down something right after that. I want you to write down in past tense. I used to believe that I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not skilled enough, I'm not reliable, I'm not worthy. And now I'm learning that I am good enough, am smart enough, am worthy enough, am capable to achieve my goal of blank. So we write out the limiting belief, we create a counter belief, and we tell our own brain, I used to believe that. And now, and we write out the positive and connect it to our belief. Now, if a belief is nothing more than a pattern that we learned and reinforced, what if we took a belief that we wanted, and what if we impressed it into our subconscious mind and we deliberately changed our own subconscious conditioning? Do you think that might help you achieve your goals and dreams? Now, what if we have disempowering emotions like fear, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of being embarrassed, ashamed, ridiculed, or judged? If we have a vision and a goal, but we have a fear, which part of our brain's working if we have fears? Frankenstein brain's active, trying to protect you, right? So can you use the in the past I used to, and now I am learning how to, now I'm taking action, now I'm becoming everything I need to become to achieve my goals and dream? Can you use that little technique for fears or limiting belief or self-image challenge? That's just one of many, many techniques. And then obviously, if you don't have the knowledge or the skills, that is actually going to create fear and uncertainty. And in our brains, when we feel fear or uncertain, that's called stress in our brain. When we have stress in our brain, we don't want to take inspired action. Does this make sense fundamentally? All right. Because when you want to achieve your goals and dreams, then you want to align your conscious and subconscious together so that you have your beliefs, emotions, self-esteem, habits, and your paradigms aligned. And what that is called is coherence, right? So Lolita, we have self-image, self-worth, self-esteem. We have emotions, fear, uncertainty, knowledge, and skills. And if anybody wants to take a picture of this right now, please take a picture of it and do me a favor and post it on social media. So I'm doing a wonderful training right now with John Assaraf, and take your cameras out and take a picture of any one of these slides. I'm totally cool with it. And just do a hashtag inner size exercise for your physical body, inner size for your brain, based on my new best-selling book, Inner Size, the new science to unlock your brain's hidden power. Does that make sense so far? Okay. So we want to create alignment. And so let me ask you a question. All right. We've talked about all the lessons I learned from my second mentor. So how do you think you can create neural or brain alignment between conscious and subconscious? Let's do a little bit of group learning right now. What do you think you can do in order to create coherence, alignment, harmony? All right. So Jacqueline, ask yourself a question. Great. V, inner size, of course. Subliminal messages, affirmations at night, affirmations in the morning, hand-eye coordination, meditation, self-affirmations. What about visualization? Can you see yourself with a self-esteem worthy of goals? Can you see yourself letting go of limiting beliefs? Can you visualize using the occipital lobe? Okay, activating it. Martha says, act as if, right? Behave your way into a new neural pattern. Speaking it out through movement, visual arts, visualizations. Yes, absolutely. Think about this for just a moment. If you did not have any beliefs, perspectives, paradigms, habits, or any fears when you were born, other than the fear or reaction to loud noises, then your brain became conditioned to believe certain things about yourself and about what's possible or not, or to fear certain things. You learned those things. Well, we can unlearn the things that disempower us, and we can deliberately and consciously evolve ourselves. And I'm going to come back to what did we say earlier? We first started the session today. We said that the how-to exists. The question is, are you committed to, right? If the how-to exists and you're committed, then you can do it. And Lolita, yes, new grooves in the brain, new roads in the brain. So we can use affirmations, visualizations, meditations, subliminals. We can behave our way into it. We can do mental contrasting techniques. Absolutely. That is the way you do that. I started doing something called cognitive priming 40 years ago. Cognitive priming is every morning when I wake up, I review my goals, I review my beliefs, I review my why, I review my vision. Every morning, I innercise to create strong, empowering neural patterns and networks and beliefs. Now, is it true that your perception of what's possible, your perception of yourself is your projection? Is it true that your perception about yourself and your perception about what's possible also your projection? Of course it is. Our brain is looking for things in the physical world that match the internal map of reality that we have been conditioned to have. Our brain doesn't see what's out there. Our brain only sees out there what's in here. So the old adage, I'll believe it when I see it, it's wrong. It's when I see it in here, that's when I will see it out there. Does that make sense? So you have to see it and perceive it in your mind's eye and in your heart of hearts first. Then your brain projects and finds you everything that's in line with that. So perception is projection. Jose Lopez, yes. Lolita, I'm glad you liked. Is this helpful? I'm giving you shortcuts. I want to be part of making 2021 amazing for you. And so it starts now, right? We learn now and then we continue. Does that make sense, right? So this is science. And whether you believe in science or not, there's stuff that we know, we've learned, and I prefer to focus on what works versus hope and prayer, right? My third mentor, somebody I love dearly, still talk to on a regular basis, Walter Schneider. And at the age of 22, I met this man. And Bob and Alan, I met when I was 19, 20, 21, 22. And then I met Walter Schneider. And Walter Schneider shared with me some lessons that were the leverage points for exponential growth, right? For exponential growth, not for like, from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, it's like 1 to 50, 50 to 500, 500 to 5 million in terms of steps, right? So what did Walter teach me? Well, I want to shift your mind right now for just a moment. Walter, still to this day, is the CEO of Remax of Europe, all of Europe, Indiana, Wisconsin, Minnesota, New England, and all of Eastern Canada. And Walter's company this year will do about 50 plus billion in sales, 50 plus billion in sales. Now, when I met Walter, he had just bought Remax for Eastern Canada. And so ask yourself this question: why do people invest $25,000 to $500,000 for a franchise? Let's think together, okay? Let's think together. Why do people invest $25,000, $50,000 for a franchise? Like, why would somebody do that? Why wouldn't they just start their own business in real estate or sandwich shop or oil changing shop or burger? So Deepak says systems and proven because they know how it works. It's a formula established and trusted, right? So what is more expensive? Figuring it out on your own or following a blueprint? Like, what's more expensive? Figuring it out on your own or paying for a blueprint, right? Starting from scratch is the most expensive. Not knowing the formula or the blueprint is the most expensive, right? And so a lot of people think, that I'm going to save money by figuring it out on my own. And you know what most people do? They don't achieve their goals and dreams. Why? Because it's so complex to figure out all of the different complexities of whether it's a business or life. But I want you to understand the thinking behind this, right? So how many of you love blueprints like I do? I mean, I love paint by number. I don't want to spend my time figuring it out. I want to spend my time doing what works. I want guidance and coaching, of course, but I want to just like, tell me what to do, why to do it, how to do it, let me go, right? And so if you're into blueprints like I am, that's great. Let's dive into shortcut number 3, when it's thinking like a franchise owner, okay? So Wendy, don't reinvent the wheel. So thinking like a franchise owner, all right? Take off your you hat right now. I want you to put on your franchise owner hat right now. And many of you have already said this. A franchise owner pays 25 or 50 or 100,000 or 500,000 dollars to follow a process that works, that's taken in many cases years and millions of dollars in many cases, or hundreds of thousands of dollars, to figure out what doesn't work so that you can figure out what does work, right? So we established earlier that highly successful people fail, but then they succeed because they've learned from their mistakes or the mistakes of others. So wouldn't it be logical and smart of you to follow a process and blueprint that works? You want to lose weight? We know how to lose weight. You want to lose fat? It's a whole different story. You want to have a better relationship? We know how to do that. Build a business? We know how to do that. Write a book? We know how to do that. Become a coach? We know how to do that. Grow the business? We know how to do that. So follow a system that works. Do you all agree it's better to follow a system that works? I think many of you said yes. What about a franchise and structured coaching and ongoing training that they have? Every single franchise, and many of you know, I owned Remax of Indiana. I had 85 offices, 1,200 salespeople, $4.5 billion a year in sales is what we used to do before I sold it. And every single week we had training to upgrade knowledge, to upgrade skills, to support our franchisees that would pay us between $15,000 and $100,000 for a franchise, okay, in Indiana. So they had ongoing training and support. So not only could they learn from me and the experts that I brought to them, but they could learn from each other. So there was group learning that happened. And so if we figured out something that worked over here, we would share it with everybody so that we would lift each other up as we climb. Does that make sense? Do you like that saying, lift each other up as you climb, right? So that is what we did. And then, as I mentioned before, the support needed to overcome obstacles. Every one of us on our path to life success is going to have obstacles. There's just no way around it. Anybody who tells you it's a straight rocket ship ride up to the top is lying to you. It just doesn't happen that way. However, when many people are figuring out challenges together and helping each other lift each other up as they climb, then the path and the process becomes easier because you're not wasting your time figuring it out on your own. So the collective mind and brain that we have, you know, working with others helps, right? And then imagine that, you know, 5 people all got together and they said, we're committed to each other to helping us achieve our health goals, financial goals, life goals, business goals, whatever it is, right? Are we better as a pack or individually? If 5 people or 50 people or 500 people, all right, we're all working as a team to help each other, we're stronger in packs. You know, we're stronger in packs. A lot of times the people that want to be, you know, alone, a lot of times it's out of fear, right? And so packs really, really helps. And so the 3 shortcuts for you is, first and foremost, create your vision, goals, and your big why. So you activate the motivational centers in your brain, the limbic emotional centers in your brain, and the visual cortex and the motor cortex part of your brain, right? Can all of you do this? Your vision, your goals, and your big why. Can you do this? And can you get this done in the next week or 2? Can you get it done? Gloria, done. How many of you can get this done? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, let me see. You said you were committed. Committed means I'm going to get it done. No stories, no reasons, no excuses. I'm going to get this done. Right? Awesome. You've done it already? Awesome. Clarity is critical. Critical. Even if you don't know how, even if you don't know what to do, even if you don't have the knowledge or skills yet, When we are committed, what do we do? When we are committed, what do we do when we are committed? When we are committed to a goal, we act. Do we find a way? Yes, we take action. What do we do about fears or uncertainties? What do we do about that? When we are committed, what do we do about our fears? When we are committed, what do we do about our limiting beliefs? When we are committed, what do we do about uncertainty? What do we do when we have obstacles? What do we do? If we're committed, we do whatever it takes, right? We figure out a way. Listen, I want to share something. This is a little secret. You can have excuses and stories and reasons why you can't, and you can have success, but you just can't have them at the same time. So which do you want? Do you want your stories, your reasons, or your excuses and your limiting beliefs to drive you, or do you want success to pull you and lead you towards it? Which one do you want? We all have stories, reasons, excuses. I can give you a ton of them why I can't, but I won't even go there. I don't want to invest 1 second on why I can't. I want to invest all my time, energy, attention, and focus on how I will, because I must. I want to focus all my energy and attention on how I will, because I must. Now, how many of you feel like you must achieve your goals and dreams before you die? How many of you are prepared to have a little bit of discipline so you don't have a lot of regret? Right? A little bit of discipline to avoid a lot of regret. Of course, then you must be committed. Then what you want to do is create the subconscious alignment. And wouldn't it be worth it to invest 10 or 15 minutes a day? 10 or 15 minutes a day to create subconscious alignment? Right? Of course it's worth it. Right? And then follow a proven blueprint for success. Right? So those are 3 shortcuts, for unstoppable success. Don't figure it out on your own. Follow a proven blueprint. And so I want to ask you a question, and that is this. So based on what I've shared with you right now, and I'm going to share with you a way for all of you to come work with me for the next year. I'm going to show you something that I think you're going to be excited about, but it's not for everybody. It's for only people who are committed, who want to help each other grow, help each other achieve their goals and dreams. And it's for people who are willing to let go of the stories, reasons, and excuses why, people who must achieve their goals because they can and they are truly committed. But it's not for everybody, I can tell you that, because it takes a little bit of effort. And some people would prefer to master disappointment instead of mastering change. Which do you prefer to master? A little bit of change or mastering disappointment? If you're not prepared to change a bit, if you're not prepared to follow a blueprint, if you're not prepared to level up your knowledge and skills, not only can't I help you, nobody can help you. You can't help you until you are committed. And so here's what my thought process is if you want an exceptional life, is it true that what you really want is emotional freedom, financial freedom, and choice freedom? If you had choice and emotional and financial freedom, would you have and would you be on your way to an exceptional life? Yes or no? What would it be worth it to you to have choice, emotional, and financial freedom? What would it be worth to you to have that? I know how to get you there, but if I know how to get you there, but it's not worth much to you, then it doesn't make sense for you to stay on this call. All right, I'm going to show you how to do it inexpensively, high power, but you have to be committed, and it has to be worth more than what I'm going to ask you to invest in yourself, which is ridiculously low, right? So you have to be willing to let go of fears, but would it be worth it to you if you're committed? I want to ask you a question. All right. Do you believe that if you can get your mindset to go from chaos and uncertainty to coherence, that's part 1 of helping you with choice, emotional, and financial freedom? Would you believe that if you get your mindset is what separates the best from the rest. Do you believe that if you go from chaos and uncertainty or stress or fear or doubt to coherence and harmony, that would help you? What about your skill set? What about from ignorance, not knowing, to mastery, to knowing what to do, how to do it, when to do it, why to do it? Would that help you as well achieve your exceptional life, right? Remember, I love your feedback. Absolutely, right? Must have. So you've got to have your mindset plus your skill set. If you, right, have only mindset without the skill set piece, do we have everything that we need? Of course not. What about action set? What you do, your behavior. So you can have skill set, but without action set, right? Activity is what a lot of people do. They are busy, but are they really productive? Are they really working on the critical things that'll help you achieve success versus the trivial many things? Now, do you believe that when you have your mindset plus your skill set plus your action set, that is going to be one of the greatest blueprints to achieving success, and that you can actually achieve your goals and dreams next year? You think if you were able to put this blueprints together, that's going to give you the best chance to achieve success? Here's what I can share with you. Anything less than this, you're being delusional that you're going to achieve the goals that you typed into the chat before. You will not be able to achieve those bigger goals and dreams. Some stuff, yeah. But without all of this together, working in concert, in coherence, you have vision and goals, but you really don't have a way to achieve those goals and dreams. So here's a couple of things to think about. We're in December 2020, and you can either, move towards much worse over the next 3 to 12 months, et cetera, 18 months. You can do more of the same, or you can take a little bit of time to plan, focus, take action, and thrive. What does your future look like? Does your future look like more of the same, much worse, or way better? Which one? Thrive you must, Deepak. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Way better. If you have a choice right now, which of these do you want to be on, right? And I'm going to show you a way. For those of you who want more of the same, you don't need me. For those of you who want much worse, you certainly don't need me and my company. For those of you who are committed and must achieve her goals and dreams, must achieve his goals and dreams, if you're committed to unleashing the exceptional power within you, may I share with you a way for us to work together at an investment that is so ridiculous, you won't believe it. How's that? Right? So I want to share something with you. And how many of you are already in my Exceptional Life Coaching Program? I know some of you are. If you are, on a scale of 1 to 10, how is it on a scale of 1 to 10? Jens, and I know Matt, you're in there. How many of you are in there? And take a look, everybody in the chat, from our existing clients that are on this call right now. Hi, Katrina, right? So a 10. So I'm going to share with you how you can do this, but I have a question for you. Would you buy a brand new Mercedes-Benz worth 150 grand for $25,000 if I offered that to you right now? Would you buy it? Would you find the money to buy a $150,000 Mercedes for $25,000 right now? Right? Some say yes, some say no. What about the car of your dreams worth $150,000? Would you buy it? Right? Sold. Obviously, the value is there. So I want to share with you something we've done for our Exceptional Life Coaching Program. Every single week, myself and our head neuro coach, Mark Waldman, we do a live training for 52 weeks where we do some training and some Q&As and some laser coaching and consulting where we guide all of our clients on a path and a process to achieving their life's goals and dreams. And for those of you that are already in the program, we actually had a call today, right? For those of you that were on it, Wasn't that just spectacular? So the value of the coaching, okay, with me and Mark is $10,000 for the year. All right. Now, it doesn't end there. As you know, I love to learn with other experts. And so we have a faculty that works with us, okay, over the course of 12 months. So there's me, there's Mark, there's Dr. Dennis Waitley, Dr. Maria Nemeth, Nurka, Joan Rosenberg. We have a faculty that every 2 weeks, they also do a live training with Q&A to upgrade your mindset, your skill set, and your action set. And the value of those experts, okay, there's 26 sessions with experts as well. The value of that is $5,000. And then we have a private community. We call them our Achievers Tribe. That in the private community, every single day, there's help in the community to answer your questions. There's tools, there's resources to keep you in an environment of success, to help lift you up as you are achieving your business goals, financial goals, health goals, relationship goals. We have dialogues in there. We put tools and resources in there. We create an environment where you find an accountability partner to help you over 3 months, 6 months, 12 months in this program. And so we've put this entire Exceptional Life coaching program together, all right? And I've created 9 foundational brain training inner size audios, all right, to help you retrain your brain to create that coherence we talked about earlier between your conscious and subconscious mind that I'm including in the Exceptional Life coaching program for the next 12 months. And so let me share something with you. The entire value of this coaching program for a whole year, over 70 live training sessions with me, with Mark, with our experts, all right, is $16,197. Now, let me share with you something we're doing as an end of year special, and that is the Exceptional Life coaching program for 12 whole months. The normal investment is $997 for 12 months. Now, I'm not going to ask you to invest that today. Let me share with you what I'm going to do for you. Your investment, we're going to take $500 off, and the investment is $497. So my team's going to put a link in the chat for those of you who are ready right now to do this. And I'm going to do something else. All right. So Jens, you're in. If you are committed and you are serious about achieving your goals next year, type in the chat right now, I'm in. If you understand how much we give to you to help you achieve your goals, this is an incredible value for you. Now, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this for the first 100 people. So if you're committed and you're in, type it in right now. All right. For the next 100 people, I'm not only going to give you my personal Exceptional Life coaching program, I'm going to give you $200 extra off the price right now for a whole year. So instead of $16,000, instead of $997, instead of $497, your investment for 12 months of coaching and learning with me and my team of experts is $297. If you are good at math, that is 81 cents a day. 81 cents a day. I want you to think about this for just a moment. You said you want to write books, you want to start a business, you want to be healthier, you want to achieve your goals and dreams, right? 81 cents a day. Are you not worth 81 cents a day to give you the blueprint for success? I'm also going to give you two other things actually. For those of you who commit right now, I'm going to give you access. Over the last couple of years, we have been developing a Netflix-like library of video training. There's over 75 full courses in our library. Each one of them is worth more than $297. Each one of them is worth more than $297. There's 75 of those. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to learn what you need to learn. around achieving your goals. So I'm going to give those to the first 100 people. Plus, there is a take action special bonus right now called the Exceptional Life Blueprint. And many of you know that over the last 40 years, I have perfected setting goals and achieving goals. I created a video training so that when you sign up right now, I'm going to give you a blueprint, my 45 pages of every one of my goals and dreams filled out with a couple of things I've left out, just my financial stuff. So you can see the exact language patterns I use. You can see how I set my goals, my vision, my prayers, my beliefs, everything in this blueprint. It's like paint by number for a 5-year-old child. You will get it, read it. You're going to get a blank copy for yourself. There's videos taking you through each part of the process. All right. So I'm going to give you that as well. And the total value, as I mentioned, is this. And I'm going to share with you one other piece to this, something that we're doing that's starting on December the 17th. All right. The total value of this is way more than $16,000. And if you have checked out any other coaching programs, you know that they charge thousands of dollars to be a part of it. But when you sign up for either $297 for 12 full months, or you take the monthly option for those of you that need a little extra help, it's $39.60 per month. All right, so you can have that. Now, there's one other piece to this, and that is this. At the end of every year, I do a high-end coaching for 60 days, about 60 days with my clients, my high-end paying clients. And I call that Start Fast, Finish Strong. So what does that mean? It means that on December the 17th, in addition to the Exceptional Life Coaching Program, I have another VIP option available to you. All right. And it's only $200 more. It's not $5,000 more, which is what I charge per hour. It's only $200 more. And starting December 17th, I am going to do a training just about every week, which is an additional training just on helping you make sure you fill out your Exceptional Life Blueprint. Plus, I'm going to show you my unstoppable STTR method to create all of your plans to achieve your goals. So we are going to start an accelerated, this is for VIPs only. The other package is more than enough. This is for people who want to go faster and want some additional help to kickstart 2021. So we will meet. You will learn how to set up your Exceptional Life Blueprint. We will show you, I will show you how to create your strategy, your tactics, your timelines to achieve every one of those goals. And I will be taking questions live of everybody that's in the accelerated program. So if you want, I've already given you an incredible value by reducing it down to $297. There is a VIP package, okay? So you get everything in the basic package, which is amazing. And if you want the VIP package, it's $200 more. And I've already discounted this by over $690 or $600 anyway. So for those of you that want the basic package, go ahead and click on that option. For those of you who want the VIP package, this is a total investment. So you're going to get the 8 weeks with me plus 12 whole months together to help you achieve every one of your goals and dreams. This is one of the best deals we have ever offered. Our goal is to help people. It's been a challenging year for a lot of people. I believe next year can be the year you break free. Next year can be the year you actually achieve more of your goals and dreams. And if you are willing to help other people succeed as you succeed, and you want to be in a supportive environment where you're learning exactly what to do, how to do it, and how to overcome your obstacles, this is the best Christmas gift, Hanukkah gift, Kwanzaa gift you can give yourself. This is the best gift you can give your children or your spouse or significant other or a dear family member or friend. So when you click on the link, there will be the two options when you take a look at the page that lays all of this out. here's where I'd like to leave you. Every one of your goals and dreams is achievable. The question I'm going to come back to for you again is where we started earlier and asked a few times. If you are interested, and if you're going to let that Frankenstein brain of yours hold you back, you're going to come up with reasons, stories, or excuses. But if you're committed, you will sign up, you'll get into our coaching environment, and you will start achieving every one of your goals and dreams. So who has just signed up? I want to congratulate Gloria. I want to congratulate, I'm not sure if Condessa, Patricia, Michael Lansford, Jeanette, Cindy, Leslie, Rochelle. Yeah, this is, listen, if you've been around personal development, you know, Bill, welcome. You know that the value is there. And so the link is there. All right, this is a steal of a deal, Leslie. When you get into the community, you will see in just a few seconds. Does anybody have any questions? I've got some time to answer some questions for you. $39.60 a month, or 81 cents a day for coaching. I can share with you, I've invested close to $1 million in 40 years on my own coaching and in coming up with the systems, the blueprints for success. So if you want to get this up, it'll be unbelievable. So Joanna, I'm in the community every day, Joanna. I do a teaching every couple of weeks. I'm on with clients, and Mark does it, and our experts out there. But there is teaching. And by the way, before I forget, anything that you miss is automatically put into your members area. So if you miss anything, you can go into your members area and find the coaching. So that is the link good for tomorrow. I don't know. Rochelle, the VIP program is different. Paul, we can guarantee the pricing, and I said the first 100 people get all the bonuses, and so I'm not sure how many people took it already. So Rochelle, the VIP program included, if you take a look at my screen, everything that I talked about here is included, but for an extra $200, I'm doing an accelerated program starting December the 17th, continuing till February 15th or so, where I'm going to be doing a training every single week on filling out your exceptional life blueprint and answering your questions, but also making sure that you have all of your strategies of exactly how you're going to achieve them wired and nailed so that you take off fast for next year. Okay. John Quattrochi, the Achievers Tribe is a community that we have online. Let me just see if I can do this. Maybe I shouldn't hop off of here. Can you still see my PowerPoints? The Achievers community is an online community that we have where all of our members get together, John, and we help each other. We help formulate accountability partners. We have discussions, dialogues. We do little videos to motivate you and inspire you on an ongoing basis. And so that's the Achievers community. So Reagan, you sign up for VIP. Awesome. Michael, did that, Michael Jones, the difference between this and the flagship NeuroGym program with the Winning Game of Money program, which is $1,000, you get 6 months into the Exceptional Life coaching program, Michael. So if you have that and you're you're an ongoing member there, then there's nothing for you to do. So Matt to Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. Do you have any questions I can answer about ELC? Oh, okay. I see. Thank you, Matt. Lillian, you just signed up. Welcome to the NeuroGym family. Jewel and Laura, the program. Well, Laura, when you sign up for the Exceptional Life Coaching Program tonight, you get access starting now. And so you'll get a calendar in your membership area and you'll see everything that we're doing. Think about it this way. Imagine you are joining a gym, but you're actually joining a NeuroGym to coach you on the mindset, the skill set, and the action set in order to achieve your goals in 2021. So we'll teach you everything you need. Dave, welcome. Hi, Lillian. Awesome. Cassandra. Awesome. Anybody else have any questions? I've got a few minutes. I can answer some questions. What times are the weekly sessions in Australia? Are the times vary, and we take into consideration we have clients in Europe and in Australia. And so, Rochelle, do you have access to the entire inner size program? No, you do not. You have access to the 9 inner size that come with this particular program. We have a whole bunch of other programs for money and business and fear and procrastination. So that's that. How do you register someone else, Jesse? You give them the link to this. And so that is that. So Elizabeth, if you signed up for Winning the Game of Money, you have access to the money program and you have access to the Exceptional Life Coaching program. The accelerator is an add-on, and there's information that we're going to be sending you out if it hasn't already been sent out. And if my team is listening and watching, which they are, if we can get Elizabeth Chevronas some information on the very, very small upgrade for her on that. Is there something you can do with a full-time job? Wendy, most of the people in our programs have businesses or full-time jobs, and some of them are working at home. Deepak, you took VIP, way to go. Rochelle, does this deal with fear and procrastination? Oh yeah, we will be teaching a lot about the mindset, skill set, and the action set. So absolutely. Again, I'm gonna go back. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find, when we talk about right over, where is it? Oh, right over here, right? What we're going to be covering over the course of a year. And I want you to think of it this way as well. There's live stuff that we do, 72 trainings a year that we do that you can pick. 10 of them, 8 of them, 12 of them are all 72. If you miss them, we put them into your membership area. But there's also an entire video library where you can go on demand and access what you need, right? And everything we focus on is the mindset you need, the skill set you need, and the behaviors, the actions that you need to achieve your exceptional life. So we're doing it live, we're doing it on demand. The library is so amazing. It's for any of our existing members that have access to our library and to our experts. Can you share with the people who may be on the fence right now the value of what it is that we've put together? Hi, Joanna. Nice to meet you. Jan's so excited. Michael, so is this going to be focused on content or more offers? There are actually no offers that we have. When people are in our programs, if they want to look at any of our other programs, they can. So this is, don't have any offense to the question, Michael. This is not a way to, get you in to sell you 25 other things. So it's very, 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 very focused on solutions and strategies and tactics, Michael. So that's something to consider for sure. And so that's that. Let me say, Deepak, does it cover fear and those problems? Absolutely. Like, again, anything in the mindset arena and in the emotional arena, we're going to be covering it, right? So Leslie said, super high value purchase Winning the Game of Money 5 years ago. You still reference the content. Thank you, Leslie. And then best year because of signing up for program in early January 2020, amazing benefits. Michael, John, thank you, Cassandra. Yeah, to any of our members, right? Remember, one of our mottos is we lift each other up as we climb. If anybody here wants to be part of our group and our tribe, then speak up right now and let them know. Like I said, $81 or 81 cents. If it was $81 a day, it would still be worth it. It's 81 cents a day to invest in what you do. So Gloria, do you get to meet you via Zoom meetings at all? Yeah, all the time. That's how we do all of our meetings, right? So Alexa just signed up. Will this help attain the mindset like you to be a billionaire? Deepak, you'll understand what the mindset of a millionaire is, the mindset of a billionaire. So yes. So Thony, I don't know if it's Thony. If somebody on our team can help Tony with his question. Colette, best value in the market. Skip the Starbucks in 2021 to start off fast. No, Johnny didn't tell me to type this. Leslie, I love that. Skip the Starbucks. Starbucks like $4 or $5 a day. Awesome. So if nobody has any other questions, I'm going to come back to if you're seriously committed to yourself and who will benefit as a result of you showing up as your best self in 2021. Is it your children? Is it your spouse? Is it the person in the mirror that you want to be more proud of? Is it your neighborhood, your family, your employees? Who will benefit by you showing up and playing and being your best? What will it mean to you to let go of your fears and let go of the things that are holding you back, and to get the right coaching that's based in neuroscience and neuropsychology, not just with me, but with my experts that we've put together. So Michael says you will, and your wife and family will. That's right. Yeah, there's a lot of people that will benefit from this. Hi, Matt. I asked before about when I can access the inner size parts. Do you mean the brain training audios, Jewel? I think if that's what you mean, you get to access those right away. There's 8 short ones and 1 long one called I See Me, which is phenomenal. And so you get to access those as soon as you sign up. If anybody's already looking in the members area, I'm sure you are going to be like, holy mackerel, this is amazing, right? And then we will see you in our community tomorrow. I'll be in there tomorrow. Please say hi to me. It takes us about 24 hours just to get everybody in there. And let's start, this year, let's finish this year strong with the right mindset that we're going to achieve our goals next year. Let's start upgrading your skill set, and let's start making sure that you have your action set. So Michael Lansford, you don't see a member sign in. You will get an email, Michael, with all of the information on what you need to do next. All right. So the special's available. It's guaranteed until midnight tonight to Zoe 2014. And then, as always, we offer specials, and then we return stuff to normal prices. And then we play around with our offers. We try to make the best offer we could offer right now. This is the best Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa gift you could ever give yourself, because you're investing in yourself, and you owe it to yourself, and I believe your family, and to whatever other powers that may be, to live the life of your dreams, to have an exceptional life. And I know how to help you do that. Come play. I invite you in to come and play, so we do this together. You don't have to do this alone. You can do this together. All right. So congratulations to everybody who signed up for whether it's regular or VIP. Thank you. If you have any questions, team, can you please put up a link if anybody has any questions, so we can answer anybody else's questions. All right. Number one, the most important thing for me, regardless of whether you signed up or not, did you receive value today, tonight? Depending on where you are in the world. Did you receive great value learning some of the shortcuts? If you decide to sign up for the programs, great. If you don't, maybe at a later date. But I always like to give you value first and give you a chance to step into achieving more of your goals and dreams faster and easier than ever before. All right. And so if you want to achieve your goals faster and easier, I'll give you the blueprint on how to do that and how to overcome any of the obstacles that may be in your way. All right. All right, everyone. Have an awesome day if you're in Australia, because it's already morning time in Australia, or on the other side of the world in Japan as well. And if you're in the United States, Europe, or Canada, good night. And thank you very, very much. Bye, everyone. I appreciate you all. If my team can just put up the link one last time, copy the link and read the page of all the information, and look forward to meeting all of the new members in our private community tomorrow. Please tag me and say hi to me once you're in the community, and you're in for the most amazing ride together. And just commit to one thing. Will you commit to lifting others as you're climbing? All right. Will you commit to lifting others as you're climbing? I commit to lifting you up, commit to lifting me up, And that's what everybody does together. We lift each other up as we climb. Together, we can do this, right? Together, in a pack, in a tribe, we can help each other achieve our goals faster and easier. Will it take effort? Yes. But you know, it takes more effort, living a life of regret. That takes effort. Not achieving your goals and dreams, that takes effort, living with yourself. I refuse to live in a life in a state of regret, and I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to help you and to help myself. So, bye everyone. Thank you so much. And thank you to my amazing team for always being on point.